Merry Meetle. Helga. Suna. Yes, my Bobby girl. You're gorgeous. Yes, you are. Even with your bung leg. Getting serenaded by a male blackbird. Where are you, puppy? He's up high in the tree. So anyway, I was up until late last night under moonlight, continuing planting. So I've just got aloes through here, but that's not what this post is about. I need to do some divisions of the daughters here, and I'm going to go and get some more duck bedding from inside. I haven't cleaned out their beds this morning yet, and I'm going to use that to stack it to the rafters here. There is a board in the last person's attempt to try and stop the native rats going under the house and up into the walls having a good time, but that really is not going to suffice. I am actually going to remove that at some point and just nail in actual hardware cloth, and then, you know, cover it back up with the mulch that I end up putting there. I'm going to reach inside and grab me gloves, put them over my woolly gloves. I have issues with my joints in my hands, and well, especially now after the break of the left arm in the wrist, I feel it. I also have issues with my right thumb joint, and it fills it with the cold. Chilblains basically, so I keep it warm and she's okay. But anyway, so this posing about is the beautiful, the astounding Ach-ill-ea, I'm trying to get my gloves on and hold the camera at the same time. Mill-e-folium, i.e. Yarrow. And it's such a gorgeous herb. A lot of people bang on about when it comes to preps and stuff is their food, my food. You should be growing your own medicine, not just food. So anyway, so this is a bushel of yarrow, or Ach-ill-ea, mill-e-folium. So one of the things I love about this herb is not just for myself, but I actually do use it on my animals too. My favourite ways to use this herb is actually as a tea, fresh or dried. That includes the leaves, and I love the beauty of the herb, even without the white flowers there, which kind of reminds me of the elderflowers. Would be very nice to companion this with the elders, which I haven't done yet, which I wouldn't mind doing, especially come spring. But I like it as a tea, most typically, and in bath water. Why? Okay, well, digestive. It's great for cramps, any gas, or any issues with your gut. So that's why it's good for a tea. It's actually a bitter, so when it comes to herbs, it's classified as a bitter. It's actually anti-inflammatory as well. It is diabetic, so you have to be careful because it can induce sweating. Now, if you've got lucky enough to have a hot house, you might actually want to induce sweating, so having this as a tea will help you. But two things that really stand out for me, not just for first aid for myself, but also my birds, my ducks, is that it says styptic. So I have styptic powder, which I use sometimes on my ducks' feet when, you know, should they cut or hurt themselves, and it stops the bleeding. So you can actually use the leaves as a styptic, as a powder or as an ointment, and it also heals wounds. So it basically stops the bleeding out. So in that way, it's a vulnerory. Anything else? Yeah, the other thing too, especially this time of the year, if my ducks are a little bit more prone to any respiratory distress, especially Flint, because he wasn't given the best cards of the deck with his upbringing when he was a duckling. with someone else, it can actually help respiratory wise. So it's a decongestant, so if there's any nasally discharge, anything building up, having this in the bath with them, they have a bath every day in the morning and at night, so having this in the bath will help any issues with this respiratory. So if you're someone that does have waterfowl or chooks, you know, just your run-of-the-mill fowl, I recommend growing, I just put my knee down in soil that I just watered and it's wet. I recommend having Yarrow or Ach-ill-ea mill-e-folium in Latin. So Ach-ill-ea is the genus, mill-e-folium is the species. Now, this beautiful bushel, can you see all those beautiful fibrous roots? This is one big bushel that is ready to be divided many ways, and I'm planting it all through the borders of my Apex greenhouse here. I'm going to plant it all down here just so it establishes and takes hold, and then I'm putting it out in the garden, most of it, but I'm still leaving some in here to be, you know, companioned with what I've got growing. But after like a year, you do have this wonderful cluster which it breaks apart pretty easily, and I'm going to divvy it up now before it starts getting really cold on a daily basis and there's less sunlight and everything. You're not going to get, at this time of the year in the southern hemisphere, you're not going to get beautiful white flowers, but you're going to have a lot of green, and the green is just as medicinal. So anyway, thought I would share the Yarrow. If you don't have Yarrow and you're interested in self-sufficiency in your first aid, not just for yourself but for your animals too, get yourself some Yarrow. Once you get it established, it's wonderful stuff, and then that one plant becomes more than a dozen. You know, that one plant becomes over 100 in a year easy. And you just break it up into these individual plants. Can you see them all there? Anyway, bless the bee and no.